Just sitting down. I do my pick of the week. I'm gonna do last week and this week's together. So I got two. The first one, it's the same one as everyone else. Batman number 24. It's the third installment to Zero Year, and it's pretty good. And the second one is by Ghostface Killah. Actually, my dude, I love him. I've been a huge Wu-Tang fan since forever, and this one I had to get. I read about it a couple months ago. I didn't know what to think. Read the first few pages, was actually kind of unimpressed at first. It really seemed to let me down. This Ghostface talking about like Sicilian gangsters, and it was just kind of off at first. But once you read the whole thing through, I mean, it's violent, it's bloody, it's poetic. It's just like a good Ghostface album. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's told half in the comic that they are releasing, and it's told also on his new album with the same name, 12 Reasons to Die. It's pretty sweet. What I read before about it was that it's being released on Black Mask, and Black Mask is like really dedicated to social change. They have this one line of books. It's like Occupy Comics. It's a whole bunch of stories about like Occupy Wall Street inspired things. I haven't read it. I don't really have any interest to, but they're trying to push the boundaries of publishing comic books, and I think by having Ghostface do this whole album / comic thing is doing that, and so far so good. I really hope I can find the next issue. I don't think my local comic book shop is going to get it, so I'm going to have to go up to Providence. Anyway, it's pretty sweet. It's about, God, I don't know what it's about. The first story is about this record collection of a radio station going under. Well, first, it's talking about gangsters in Sicily and in Italy with Mussolini, and of course the regular kind of Anthony Stark story that Ghostface always tells. It's just a guy doing crime as a means to an end. It's a common theme for Ghostface anyway. But then it talks about a record collection from a closing radio station, and this guy spends a whole bunch of money on it, goes through, picks out one record, has the rest of them burned, and then brings it to this scary ass dude who's like, there's 11 more you need to find, and I have a feeling those are the 12 reasons to die. We'll see, but it's going to be pretty sweet. Can't wait for the next one. Alright, on to the next pick of the week will be Batman 24. I gotta say, Zero Year could have gone in any direction. Up until now, it's been pretty sweet. I've loved it. I loved how he included the "Yes, Father, I will become a bat" whole thing. It's not trying to redo Frank Miller's whole year one, but it's capturing all those quintessential moments that we need to have in that sort of story, along with making his own really cool ones. He's really modernized the whole thing. The Red Hood Gang really stands out as a kind of modern commentary on today's crime that we see in major cities and whatnot. And that's really what Year One did for a lot of people, including Zack Snyder's. Year One really talked about, Times Square and New York in that time. It was nothing like it was now. So that's really great. That's starting to come through. I really thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. The coloring was awesome. I love this whole pink and yellow. They're really making something memorable, which they really need to do for an origin story. They've made sure to make them extra badass. Like, that's really shining through, which is great. I love that. So, more power to them. On top of that, Greg Capullo is doing such a good job. Like, he knows the weight of what he is doing. They both definitely understand that they're remaking the origin story. So there's a couple splash pages in there with some gems, including this one frame where Batman is building a bat out of like knocked out Red Hood bodies on a billboard. And as he swings the last guy to it to like make as the head, there's like a BK was here on the rooftop, like a graffiti thing. I'm assuming Bob Kane, shout out, it's pretty sweet. What else? Let's see, the last, oh yeah, so the Red Hood leader. This issue really brings up a good question of who was the Red Hood leader. I mean, that whole first arc sort of comes to a close. The Red Hood thing, get some closure on that. But normally, the Red Hood leader, or the guy, is the Joker. That's normally how it is. That's the one thing we know about the Joker's past, is that, you know, he might have been the Red Hood. Whatever. That said, a certain event that happens, I don't want to spoil anything, is another big thing about the Joker's origin. So, who knows? Scott Snyder said he doesn't want to do an origin story for the Joker, and maybe this doesn't really count as one anyway. However, Greg Capullo says it's all about how you draw the Joker's posture. That said, you just look through these pages. I mean, he looks like a guy who could be the Joker. It really does. Even to the really long face design of him, the clanky body positions he has him in, the nonchalant attitude, the mysteriousness to his identity that kind of happens at the end of the book. Anyway, on top of that, the Riddler comes into play, which I'm not too happy about. Never been a big Riddler fan. He can be okay sometimes. They do a good job. He'll be alright. Kind of like where they're going with it. I think they're introducing the Rogues Gallery one by one with Batman. Probably come back to it and be like, the Joker was my first guy, the Red Hood leader. We'll see. It's going to be pretty awesome. I am very excited for the next one. I wish they'd all be double issues like this, but they're not going to. They'll never do that. Yeah. Alright, guys. Enjoy. Definitely pick up both of those books. See you next week.